Hi guys, so these are the beginning videos for spring, okay? We are doing a simplified version of Antonio Vivaldi's Spring, all right? Now for the majority of these videos, I will not be playing for you. The reason being is that you need to start transitioning into learning to read music more. Um, but what these videos are going to be about is how do we practice for being an orchestra in middle school and high school, okay? Because it is going to be quite different than orchestra in elementary school. Remember when you guys first started with me, it was really about the fundamentals. How do we even hold the instrument? How do we play? So when we would go over things in class, we went over the notes and we went over how to play it, and we're very, very detailed in that matter. Orchestra, as you move forward, is not meant to actually teach you the music. You're supposed to learn the music at home and then come to class with it prepared. Because orchestra time is for things like musicality and dynamics, making sure the parts fit together okay. That's what that's meant for. It's meant for ensemble work, stuff that you can't do on your own. It's supposed to mean to bring the section and the orchestras together, okay? Or the sections together and the orchestra together. So we're going to work with, well, how do I practice at home? How do I take a really long piece, it's 2 pages, and how do I break it down? How do I practice it effectively so I can be ready for class? Think of it like homework, because this is going to happen to your guys' homework too. You're going to be expected, like in history class, to go home and read about something and then come to class ready to discuss it. Not learn about it, but to discuss it. Okay, it's a different kind of learning platform. So this is homework. I will send you home with a measure goal, like 1 to 7, 7 to 14, whatever, and I expect you to come back to class knowing it. Now these videos are meant to help you with that. This first video we're going to talk about note reading. How do we do that? Okay, so we're going to go over it in class again, because we've gone over it a little bit, but not really in a serious context, okay? We've played games and stuff like that. Now, you got to remember the basic rules, okay, with note reading. The lower in the staff it is, the lower on the instrument it's going to be, all right? The higher on the staff it is, the higher it's going to be. So remember, each of you, and I've showed you this, have a range where your strings are going to be. So that's the first thing that'll help you with reading. The next thing is to notice where the notes are going. Did they go up? Did they go down? Right? If they went up, you add a finger or more, right? Or you change strings completely to your higher string. If it goes down, you take a finger away or you go down in the strings. The other part is to know if the notes are moving by step, skip, or leap, or if they're repeating. Now we've got the bass cello part here, okay? So you'll see that note repeats a lot. And then notice what it does here. It jumps. So a jump is considered anything more than a skip. A skip is like our arpeggios, A to C to E, right? Where you're skipping just one note. A leap is when you're skipping more than one note, okay? So leaps are harder to figure out. So that one, what I would do here is I would figure out what that is and then go, oh, that repeats a lot. So I don't have to worry about anything till here. But then I would try to figure out what this note is, okay? Then it leaps again. It's more than a skip, so I would figure out that note. Now that one, though, does not, correct? So it's just a half step higher. It's the same note, but with a sharp symbol, and we'll go through this more in class. All right? Now let's look at the violins, because I think they have a little bit more of the stepwise that we can look at. Or, sorry, that's, yeah. No, that's viola. Where's my violin? Ah, there it is. All right. And this one actually has a skip. So you see the skip, this note to that note. They're only skipping one note. They're skipping the A. So that's a G to a B. And then see how that note repeats so you can keep your finger down. Then notice my B goes down by a step. So what would that make it? An A. It makes it an A, right? And then it goes down again to a G. No, remember violins, this lower range on the staff is going to be for your D string. So that's a G on the D string. This will take some time. Okay? Be kind to yourself. All right? Use your ear, your very good ear that you've cultivated for the last 2 years to help you when you can't figure it out. Trust your ear and follow it. But try to read the music. It's a balancing act. And I'll show you how to do this more in class. It's a little hard to do in a video. But those are my 3 note reading rules. Okay? So remember, first note reading rule, where in the staff are you? Are you in the E range? Are you in the A range? Are you in the D range? Are you in the G range? Violas, are you in the C range? Where are you? That will be your first key to figuring out what the note is. The second, okay, is the note moving? How is the note moving? Does it go up? Does it go down? Okay, in pitch. If it goes up in pitch, you add a finger or you go to a higher string. If it goes down, if it moves down the staff, you take a finger away or go down a string, okay, for first position right now. Then the next one is, how much does it move by? A leap, a skip, or a step? If it's a step, it'll go from like A to B and B to C, right? So really in that case, you just add fingers, or in the case you're on the D string and you're on your 4th finger or your 3rd finger, you just go to the next string, right? 4th finger for cellos, 3rd finger for violins and violas. A skip is like our arpeggios, where you're just skipping one note. The way this looks on music is the note will go from a line to a line or a space to a space. All right? And then a leap is a little bit harder because it's anything larger than a skip. And that could be an octave, it could be a 4th, it could be a 5th, meaning 5 notes apart, 4 notes apart, or 8 notes apart. Okay? Those are harder just because you do have to know the staff a little bit more and guess where you're going. But that's what we're going to be working on with these first few measures, okay? All right. Happy practicing.